All right, guys, back with another watch strap review. This one is for the Zulu Strap Company Polaris hook and loop strap. This is a company out of the UK, makes a lot of NATOs, and I've heard a lot of good things about them. They've got a collaboration with Watches of Espionage that everyone seems to love. I personally prefer hook and loop straps, so wanted to give one of theirs a try. This thing took about 3 weeks from the time I ordered it to arrive, which is understandable coming from the UK. Cost was $59 plus $20 shipping, so about $80. Comes in a bunch of different colors. I think they've got some striped version. They've got some PVD buckles, brush buckles, 20 and 22 millimeter availability. So first look at it. Fabric. The fabric is okay. Some people may like this kind of fabric. I prefer kind of a tighter weave, more rigid fabric. This one's a little softer, flexible. If you look at, what is my favorite strap, which is the Watches of Espionage Glowmar Explorer. It's got a much tighter weave. It's a little more rigid, I guess. I prefer that. You can look at the stitching on the Glowmar versus this Polaris strap, and it's not even in the same ballpark. The Polaris stitching is pretty crappy, honestly. I mean, it looks like, I don't know, sewn by a 7-year-old kid in a sweatshop, in my opinion. If you look at the Glowmar, it's got very good straight stitching, high quality thread, multiple stitchings back and forth, good lines, and the Polaris does not. See if I can get it. There we go. There's a little better view of it. So that was kind of a big letdown right off the bat on this strap. And honestly, my stitching on the Tudor and the Yorkshire straps is all top quality. This is a Yorkshire strap. If you look at that, those two strap stitchings, you can tell just a huge difference. Polaris strap, Polaris stitching is pretty crappy, honestly. Anyway, buckle is standard buckle. It's pretty decent. The hook and loop is pretty good. It's got this new style hook and loop. It's kind of a, I don't know, I guess it's the new version of hook and loop, same one that the Tudor strap has. It's nice, kind of a plasticky style. It's got good strength. I will say I do prefer on the Glowmar, you've got a lot more hook there, and it's apparent when you wear it. It definitely creates a much better grip. But it's not a deal breaker. This hook and loop is sufficient. It does what it does. It's just not, not exceptional by any means. The fit on this thing is kind of where I have my main problem, aside from the stitching. So this strap is slightly longer than every other hook and loop strap I've got. Every other one comes in at about 11 inches. The Woe, the Tudor, the Yorkshire straps, they all fit me perfectly. They all fit to where my 6.75 inch wrist ends up with the hook and loop lining up right about there. Perfect. That's how it fits me. That's how everyone has done. This one, while it says on the website it fits a 6.5 to 8 inch wrist, my 6.75 wrist, for some reason, if I line it up at the very end of the hook and loop, that's how every other one fits. This one ends up with a big gap there and a lot of extra material. The only way that I can really get this thing to fit properly is if I tighten it up a little bit more. And in that case, I've got about half of the hook on there, and the other half is just kind of out there in the air. Obviously, that's going to get snagged, going to come off pretty quick. So that is a problem there. Website says 6.5 to 8 inch wrist. it definitely does not fit my 6.75 wrist. On their site, it says that you can specify if you want a smaller or longer strap. You know, I would say if you have a 7-inch and below, you need to get a shorter strap. So, and they don't send a keeper or anything. You know, if you did this, you would obviously have to have a keeper, which I don't really want a keeper right there up against my case anyway. So this one is kind of a loser for me. Honestly, I probably will not wear it with that fit. Anyway, expected a lot more from Zulu Alpha, honestly. I hope that their NATOs and their collaborations are a lot better. Obviously, they have to be if everybody else seems to like them, but this hook and loop strap is definitely not a winner in my opinion. Anyway, just my opinions, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a good one.